Bravo team.
The problem with Iron Banner. Hello everyone, my name is IronNancy. This is my first video, and it's not going to start out a YouTube channel with a rant, but it needs to be addressed. Iron Banner is a very controversial subject, and the fact of the matter is, it's not only just laggy, but there's not really any one game type that anybody can really agree on. Before, people thought Control was a little bit meh, and then they played it and there were mixed opinions. People thought Clash, oh, that would be a good game type for going in solo. But as it progressed, some people still thought that way, but more people started going as well. Now Rift came up, people were excited because it's a new game type, and that's sort of what the people at Planet Destiny were always talking about, how Rift would be a good game type. And it didn't really turn out that way, because if you went in solo, you were demolished. Everything that you had ever known was destroyed. Because this whole team, if you had no communication within your team, you were dead. Everyone on your team was going to die, and you were almost guaranteed a loss. One of those little medallions, every time you see it pop up on your screen, you're like, ugh, I lost again. So, the problem with Iron Banner is that, except for Skirmish, or Salvage, or Rumble, which are 3v3 and a free-for-all game mode, there's not really any game type that you could go into without communication. And Skirmish and Salvage, you are definitely going to need communication because it's just 3 of you. Really, in any game type except for Rumble, which I still think people can go into teams. No, that's the old Rumble, sorry. Any game type that you can't communicate with each other, and you're on a team, you will lose. That's really just how it works. Because the full team of 6 will know where you're spawning, they can tell their teammates to come over and kill you. Especially in Rift, you get the Spark Runner, you can have a Spark Runner who does it all the time. He will have people backing him up. They will tell where they need reinforcements. You're just gonna have a bad time, and this Iron Banner was probably one of the worst. If you were in a team, you had a great time. I don't want to say that because I wasn't in a team, but you probably had a great time. If you were solo, you probably had one of the worst experiences that you'll ever have in Destiny. It really just wasn't good for playing. Now, I like to consider myself okay or above average at PvP in Destiny. I like it a lot. It can be fun. It can really get you your hairs on your neck to stand up, because you're like, oh, how am I going to win this? How am I going to engage this next encounter? What's going to happen? What's going to go wrong? Is it going to be acceptable? Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? And that is really the feeling that everybody wants to get in PvP. They either want a fun or they either want a sweaty experience. So, for the likes of Iron Banner, when you just go in solo, you are almost always going to have a sweaty experience. You are never going to have a fun time. Well, almost always. But for teams, you will either have sweaty or fun matches. That's just basic. Not even for Iron Banner. That's just basically how regular Crucible works. Because if you go in, even out of Iron Banner, exactly, teams in Control, Clash, Salvage, Skirmish, you're gonna get decimated. You're gonna get demolished. Because they have communication. And I think it was a while back, the people at Bungie released statistics on how much people actually used the voice chat in Destiny. And it was a very low amount. People wanted this in the game for a very, very long time, but then they just didn't use it. It was like a point of life that you didn't really need. Uh, but in Rift, and in this recent Iron Banner, I've started to notice a lot more people going into the communication, because that was really one of the only ways to win, unless you went up against another team of people who were all solo as well. And that's really the only time when you win. I think I've only seen a few matches of where a bunch of solo teams have actually beaten a full team of 6. And that's actually really impressive. You should pat yourself on the back for that, because that's really good. What I think should change with Iron Banner is have it not just be a PvP event. And what I've heard, this is really basically what the community wants, is to have all playlists become Iron Banner. So Control will be Iron Banner, Clash will be Iron Banner, Skirmish will be Iron Banner, Salvage will be Iron Banner, Rumble will be Iron Banner, and you can choose what game type you want to enter. So it'll be like, oh, maybe I'll play Control, or I'll play Clash, I'll play Rumble, I'll play Salvage, I'll play Skirmish, to really see what will benefit you the most in joining Iron Banner. Because I know a lot of people, when they see Iron Banner, they just turn up their nose, because they're like, alright, well, if they're good, these might be good players. So they'll be like, well, Iron Banner's here, and I don't have my full team of 6, because there's really no content to play in Destiny right now. So I'm just gonna skip this Iron Banner. I want the helmet, I want the arm, I want the gear, but I don't want to ruin my KD over me just having to grind. And the amount of drops in Iron Banner is one of the problems as well. Unless you have God tier RNG, you will get almost nothing. I thought, right, when I was playing Iron Banner Rift, right, I was going in there, and when I got to around rank 4, I didn't really want to buy the chest pieces. At that time I was running low on marks. I didn't really know what to do. I didn't want to dismantle any of my legendary weapons to start building up marks. So I started playing Iron Banner. I was like, alright, I'm gonna get a chest piece. They said in a recent update that what mattered in Iron Banner were the drops, right? So they were gonna be increasing the Iron Banner drops. Don't quote me on that. But they did say they were increasing the Iron Banner drops. So as I was playing through, I was like, I'm barely even getting any legendary engrams. Like, out of the 10 past games that I've played, I've gotten 1 legendary engram. What is going on? So I decided that I sort of needed to delete a few of my legendaries and play the daily story mission and actually leave Iron Banner so I could get legendary marks out of the dailies and stuff. So it's really up in the air. What I think they should do for Iron Banner is not just make it a PvP event. Bring some PvE into it, right? If you want that working as a cooperative team, like the raids, right? If you want that working as a cooperative team, have Iron Banner be a PvE event, right? Maybe hunt down some targets, like Assassin's Creed type. Hunt down some enemies that Lord Saladin or Lord Salad Bar wants you to take down, right? You can earn Iron Banner rep, playing special missions. And I know why they do PvP, because that's really the easiest, just level advantages and all that good stuff and good things. But really, the Christmas noobs are not going to be playing Iron Banner, because that's, other than the hardcore players, those are really the only people that are sticking around. Those people, unless they've been playing the raid, they've found LFG, or they have friends, and they've been playing the raid, gotten up to 310, started playing the hard mode raid, gotten more gear. They go in at 304, they're gonna lose. Titans, they won't be able to use their shoulder charges as effectively, because it won't kill them in one hit, and then they're gonna get shotgunned, or meleeed. Right, they're just not going to have that great of a time. They'll find that they won't be killing people as effectively, so they're going to quit. I realized that, as I said before, this is one of the easiest ways to do it, just turn on level advantages and stuff. But if you want more people to stick around and more people to play, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort into your events. I think the only PvE event that we have ever gotten was the Queen's Wrath. We've had raids, but in terms of events, we've had Iron Banner. Trials of Osiris is technically an event, it only comes around on every Friday. But yeah, we don't have any PvE events at all in the game. Well, that was all I wanted to say. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace out.